It's currently 9:18 p.m. Here's where I am currently on the third Anka polystyrene drawing project. I used this default yellow ultrafine point Sharpie marker and the ultrafine point end of this default blue dual tip Sharpie marker to do what I've been doing on the back side and this side of this project ever since me and my mom got back to her place after we made a stop at my dad's place so that I could get my current primary marker satchel, as well as a small plastic sandwich baggie with all of the Sharpie markers that I've used for this project, the third Anka drawing so far from my room upstairs at my dad's place. I've been working on this since about 7 p.m. I also got a reusable Wegmans bag that had some clothes for my work at Wegmans, including a new pair of anti-slip safety shoes that I haven't worn once yet, as the old pair has been perfectly fine and still is perfectly fine, at least to me. I haven't noticed any problems with them. Though the stop at my dad's place was also to drop my dad off at his place. It was around 11:15 in the morning or so when my dad started driving my mom's car. So that we could all get back home from visiting my sister and celebrating our birthday in Philadelphia. It's currently 9:56 p.m. and I plan on falling asleep somewhere between 11 and 1 in the morning. That's what I'll try to do. Though I first fell asleep today around 4:45 in the morning after doing some work on the November 5 my dinner video project. Which is the one in which I decided I would more try to do live updates while watching the 2024 presidential election. And then the daily vlog of each day that my dinner videos these days are. I now have a new computer mouse, though it's technically not new, as I recall my mom having that for at least 2 years. Before she gave it to me the other day to replace the one I water damaged while briefly rinsing it to get some grease residue off of it. I'm currently to my dinner video projects behind. This one and the one for November 5th, which I worked on both before I first fell asleep today around 4:45 in the morning, and then woke up naturally around 9:45 in the morning. About an hour later, I had a Korean chicken bowl from a nearby Sabrina's Cafe. My dad and my sister got that for me when they went there to get breakfast. Through pickup, I was asleep at the time they left, so they ended up just getting me what I got there yesterday. I had a Premier Protein branded vanilla protein shake with it. And I also worked on that YouCut video project on my phone during the early part of the drive from Philadelphia to my dad's place. Around that same time, I sipped at an aluminum can kiwi guava flavored Celsius energy drink. And then later on, I fell asleep and slept from roughly 2:30 p.m. to about 3:20 p.m. before I naturally woke up. I recall during the later part of the drive back to my dad's place, it was like a typical all day in terms of temperature. It was overcast, with the clouds being a light medium gray generally, and it rained considerably. At one point, shortly before me and my parents got to our hometown, it rained pretty hard for a while before it completely stopped raining. Around the time we started driving back home, it was sunny, and I recall the temperature being in the mid 60s degrees Fahrenheit. Around the time I first fell asleep today, around 4:45 in the morning, the room was somewhat cold to the point of being moderately uncomfortable, but not horribly so. And I didn't have a blanket of my own at the time, but I was still able to fall asleep after some time. I would say about the average amount of time. And I was eventually later on given a pillow by my dad, and then after my mom got up for today. She gave me her blanket. Here's where I am currently on Oceania. Here's where I am currently in terms of clearing out the ancient city.